Hello and welcome back to Master Gardening. This is the show where we learn from the masters. I'm your host, Bud Qualk, and we're here today at Wahl's Nursery, where we're going to hear from the owners or all master gardeners. We're going to talk about sun and shade, the myths about planting in the summer, maybe watering. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Sitting here with a very, very special person, Pam Wahl of Wahl's Nursery. Pam? Yes. You're also a master gardener, right?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you been a master gardener?
Since 1998.
And your husband, Chuck, who we're going to talk to later?
He started in 1999.
Oh, you were a master gardener first?
Yes, I was.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you went together.
No.
So you had that on him for a year?
No, I was in the first class, and my husband was in the second class.
Okay, so
he let me be the guinea pig
on
first.
Yeah. So then I heard you took the next class, advanced.
We took the advanced master gardener class, which I think is the only one in this area.
And I think it's the only one in the state. So your master gardeners are here, and advanced master gardeners are up here, yeah.
Right.
That's hard to even comprehend.
And also a nurseryman.
And you already knew almost everything anyway, because you've been at this nursery business for longer than you've been a master gardener, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I know everything, but I learn something new every day. So.
Well, I tell everybody I know everything, and you know a heck of a lot more than I do. So everything's relative.
You need to keep learning something new every day in this business.
Right.
You really do.
Well, that reminds me, people think that if you're a master gardener, you took that test, now you're a master gardener for life, right? That's not right.
No, we always have continuing education and continuing service.
And in this part of the country, it's 25 hours a year you have to do community service, and
right.
10 of education.
Right.
And you just can't do anything. It's specific. You've got to.
It has to be true education. It has
right.
to be true community service.
Qualified, yes. Okay. Well, has master gardening helped you in your profession?
Oh, I think so. It's really great to talk to your fellow master gardeners because you learn something new every day because everyone tries something, and you learn so much more on hands-on than you do. Any other way, you know. So.
And you've met so many really neat people,
yes,
and you've met other nursery people through master gardeners.
Yes.
And garden gurus, of course. We could go on and on about that.
And
we have a
had
show
some
on that.
Wonderful, wonderful people there. Wonderful.
Yeah,
yes.
all the nursery people got together, and you get to meet people like Paul James and P. Allen Smith,
yes.
and well, that was
Roger
fun.
Swain.
Roger Swain.
Felder Rushing.
On and on and on
yes.
and on. And I can't remember. I'd like to give it a plug this time, but I can't remember who's coming. Do you this time?
We've got Judy Gladstein. She's a bulb expert.
And one more. We got two people coming this time.
I can't think of the other guy's name.
Yeah, we'll get that in the next show. Okay?
Yes.
Tammy, you remind me of that. Okay. Well, we're going to take a look at your nursery today.
Please
You've got all kind of great stuff. It's hot. I'm sweating like a pig. It's going to be tough, and we want to talk about planting in the summertime. A lot of people say when it gets hot, dry, that's when you quit planting, but that's not really true.
Not necessarily. Just keep it hydrated and just baby it a little bit.
And there's some advantages, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay, sounds good.
You know the advantages, don't you? You're a master gardener?
I'm not sure which ones are those.
Okay, well, let's go take a look at some of your plants.
Okay, sounds great.
Let's go. Pam, this is your sun section right here where all your sun plants are. For a second I thought that was hosta, but that's sweet potato vine, isn't it?
It is. Margarita.
Margarita sweet potatoes?
Uh-huh.
Margarita sweet potatoes. That sounds like
that's right.
A hot day, that sounds good.
And we also have blood leaf, this one's called Party Time.
Party Time and Margarita in the same wheelbarrow.
And the wave petunias, of course.
And the wave petunias, of course. Coreopsis, it's a little bit past. What else we got here?
We've got the loosestrife, the gooseneck loosestrife, which is really great. We've got the David phlox that's blooming right now. We've got Liatris, gay feather blooming back here.
The only plant that blooms from the top down.
It does. And lots of grasses. These don't bloom, but I mean, they're just wonderful plants for the summer.
Grass, yes. I've got different kinds of grass everywhere. And
some different coreopsis.
Loosestrife, is that not, that's not the loosestrife that's invasive, is it?
No, we can't get that in Kentucky anymore.
Good. What kind of daisies are these? Are those petunias?
Those are coreopsis.
Coreopsis?
That's called Sunshine Superman.
Sunshine Superman.
Lots of new coneflowers.
Coneflowers, red coneflowers. Those are new, aren't they?
There's lots of new ones. Sunrise, sunset, lemons and oranges. We got the double
purple.
We got the double decker. And of course the white. This one right here is for breast cancer awareness.
Breast cancer awareness, pink.
It's called Hope.
Oh my. Yeah, coneflowers is one of the biggest ones that they've been
And
hybridizing.
this one is little knee-high, which is a really special one. It's really thick and dense.
Little honeybee on top of there.
Yes,
That,
it is.
You must have a hive
We have
somewhere.
hives in the back.
Oh, okay. Are they yours?
Well, Annie puts
Annie
them here.
broils?
Yes, she
We're
puts
going
them
to do
here.
a show on honeybees one of these
Yes.
days. Don't forget that, Tammy.
Annie's a great honeybee lady.
And what do we got here? What is this stuff here?
This is lobelia,
Lobelia.
which is a very, very tough plant.
That's the opposite of a hybelia, right?
We have lots more phlox.
Tall phlox. I love that stuff. I love that stuff. And these are tall phlox.
Yes, those are David, the white is.
Love those things. And the bamboo behind us, but I'm always a little bit scared of bamboo.
Oh, this is one of the more less invasive
Less
plants.
invasive?
If there is one, this is more the less invasives.
Yeah, yeah. But they grow so fast, it's kind of neat because you get big.
We have more of a Zen garden starting on the other side of this bamboo.
And then we've got are these daisies? What are these things?
These are penstemons.
Penstemon.
Lots of different varieties. The rondo is in bloom right now, the purple.
Purple right here. We're
Uh-huh.
just getting started. Perfect. So if you wanted to, you could have things blooming all year long.
Yes,
really.
you can.
That's the way you
Yes,
really
you
want to do
can.
it. Yeah, have one thing go right, one thing to the next.
A lot of people don't really know about the perennials, and some of them will bloom in the spring and bloom again in the fall of the year, so you get so much out of a perennial.
Yeah, and they get bigger every year.
And even after they have finished their blooming, their seed pods are attractive also.
And they come back year after year, which
Yes.
is the
Yes,
best
they
thing.
do,
You only buy
yes.
them once. Well, it's too hot, Pam. Let's get over to the shade.
Let's head to
garden,
the shade, okay?
Yes. A lot of people think that because we got a lot of shade, that they really can't have much of a garden.
Right.
But personally, I love shade
That's where you get the
gardens
textures and the light and the dark. It's really nice.
and on days like today,
That's what
we're,
you like.
We're, trying to
We're looking
schedule
for the
things around the
shade.
shade as much as we can because Dan and I are about to sweat
I don't know if
to
you
death.
can see this one or not. This is called Pluminaria Raspberry Splash, which is, its bloom is in the early spring, which is not much to speak of, but it has a wonderful foliage.
And the leaves are fuzzy, which pubescent.
Yes.
I remember that word. I love that word.
Pubescent, yes.
And that means that they are drought tolerant.
Right.
They
And
can get moisture through those little
Right.
hairs, right? I don't know much, but I did figure I need to throw something in every once in a while.
there's a lot to know in the nursery business, believe me.
And these are blooming now. What are these?
Those are called betony.
Betulments?
Betony. Betony.
Oh my. Okay, and here's some more. These are all shade tolerant, right?
This is Cleone, which is the common name is hot lips, and it gets a really pretty bloom in the late summer.
Hot lips. That
Hot
reminds me of
lips.
Tammy.
Yeah. And the plumbago, which is in bloom right now, which is a brilliant blue.
Plumbago.
Plumbago.
Pumbago. Never mind.
And I don't know if you can see the red crossamia, which is really pretty right now.
And this is so patriotic. You got the
It's
red,
great
white,
for
and blue.
flower arrangements. It's really a pretty plant.
Yeah, yeah.
We do them in container gardening.
Well, that's right. All these could be container gardening
Right.
plants. Everything here. You got your choice.
Yes.
Now, what's one of the keys to planting in the summertime?
Lots of water.
Lots of water.
Lots of water, and as Bud mentioned a while ago, you can get them a lot cheaper at the nurseries in the summertime, usually because there's specials going on.
That's right. I got a tree the other day for half price.
Right.
And that's kind of neat, especially if you're getting to buy a big thing, something big. And that's
Right.
I don't buy too many trees anymore. My yard's pretty well full.
We've got some wonderful large trees down on the other end of the lot. We have lots and lots of acreage here. There's stuff everywhere.
So bare root probably not too good in the summertime,
No.
but potted.
If something that's already been dug in the field, it's a good time to. You can do it anytime because its roots have been cut, so it's
Small
fine.
burlapped. Yeah. And you
Or
do a lot of
container.
planting, don't you?
Yes, we do.
You guarantee?
Yes, we do.
What's the guarantee?
We guarantee for 1 year after planting.
Okay. If you water it, if the person doesn't water it,
Well, you can tell whether.
or do you come back and water it?
No, they water it.
Well, you never know.
That's
you know?
right.
Okay. I know you do some landscape projects where you do maintain. So
Yes, we do.
But you
Yes,
don't
we
do.
do.
It's not.
We do a lot of commercial projects like that.
Yeah.
But
That's
we
not
take
free.
care of them day to day now.
No. Okay. Lamb's ear. I know a lamb's ear. Almost everybody's got a lamb's ear.
It's not that pretty this time of year, but it's
No.
nice and soft and it has a wonderful texture.
And one of the great things is it's starting to bloom right now, even though it doesn't. This is the time of the year, like you say, it's not real pretty, but it's blooming, and you get a lot of the bumblebees
and
and
in
things
that pot
on it.
also is some of the Helleborus that we saw
Helleborus.
earlier and the Pachysandria.
And it's blooming a little bit. Now that's
That's
pretty
left,
spent.
that is left over from the winter.
Yeah, this was blooming probably in January and February.
So that tells you get a lot for your money there.
And these are those liatris again that are blooming from the top
They
down.
bloom
that
from
we
the
talked
top
about.
and go down, yes.
And the honeybees are just everywhere. Really neat.
Our bees are happy.
Happy? Okay, well, where's Chuck at? I hadn't seen Chuck this morning.
We're going to go find him.
Okay. If you plant these seeds, they'll be 100% germination too. Did you know that?
They really, they germinate under here, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Drivers face all kinds of distractions.
Guys, stop playing, no?
Before your wireless phone becomes one of them, stop. Drive safely. Keep your phone in easy reach and dial sensibly. In bad weather or traffic, call later and use a hands-free device. Remember, with wireless, safety is your call.
Sitting here with Chuck Wahl, Wahl's Nursery. Chuck, I want you to thank your wife because we didn't thank her a while ago. She gave us a tour of the Sun and Shade Gardens. What is this place we're sitting in right here? What is this building?
Actually, this is our new showroom. We opened last Christmas, and so it's just a little over a year old, and we're real proud of it. It was at one time my dad's truck diesel repair shop, and as he phased his business out and we stepped ours up, we made a showroom out of it, and we've got some of our larger garden pieces here.
Yeah, that's really nice stuff in here. You get your fountains and your urns and your, what is this right here? Do you take this out with you, or this permanent thing right here, these pillars?
Well, we built this just to demonstrate some of the hardscape that we do, this pergola, and we also have our garden clubs meet in here fairly regularly, and Pam and I put on different little programs for them, and it's worked out real well. We're real proud of it.
Nursery business. What made you get in the nursery business, Chuck? I thought about doing that when I was younger, but I talked myself out of it.
Well, since I've been in it, I've been warned against it several times, but I kind of fell in it somewhat accidentally. My dad was in the excavating business, and I worked with him when I got out of high school, and I really just wanted to do something on my own and wanted to be my own boss, I guess.
Did the excavating business do some landscaping too, maybe? Or
Actually, where I gained my experience was through grading and draining and seeding yards. And so when I started my business, his business was named Wahl's Excavating, and his slogan was "We deal in dirt." And I started my business, and it was Wahl's Landscaping, and my slogan was "We grow on you." But I actually called it Wahl's Landscaping, and 20 years down the line, I realized I didn't know a lot about landscaping because, as we all know, we're learning on a daily basis almost.
Trial and error.
About the landscape, the plants and the soil and the conditions, but we've really enjoyed being in the business, and really proud of what we've done here at the garden shop.
is that one of the reasons why you and Pam took the master gardening classes? Was that...
Absolutely. We neither one of us had a lot of formal education, and so my people were always entrepreneurs, and so when the master gardeners classes became available, we thought that would really be great to do that and further educate ourselves. So we've done it basically through things like that, seminars and short courses and trade shows, and trying to keep up with the latest technology.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She said she took the class 1 year before you did.
Yeah, she did, and that's kind of a standing joke, but I didn't want her to know anything I didn't want to do.
Right,
And it was a class full of ladies, so I thought I fit right in.
Rough duty, right? Yeah. Rough duty. And you took the advanced course with her too.
Yes, and it was really great. They went a little further in depth on some plants and how they grow and how to propagate them, and so that helped us a lot in our business.
You made a lot of contacts too, probably, with that Master Gardening thing, the Garden Gurus program.
Probably one of the best contacts I made, other than all the friends and customers, is the University of Kentucky. And with them, we really felt like that. We had some basis to go off of, and a lot of it is not having all the knowledge, but knowing where to get it. And they've been really great about helping us when we needed it.
Well, if you know half as much as what Pam does, you're pretty damn smart, doggone smart.
Well, I know less than half, but I still feel pretty smart.
Let's go look at some of your gardens, Chuck, okay? So Chuck, you and Pam are cat lovers, are you?
Hey, all our customers know we're cat lovers. That's one thing that the customers bring their kids over and get the kittens.
And you don't have any voles or moles probably then, do you?
No, they keep those pretty well right.
Good. This is a great pergola.
Absolutely. We built this several years ago and planted the wisteria as a small vine, and now it's grown up into large trees. I don't know if you can see some of the trunks along the edges, but they're quite large.
And you must have had a lot of blooms this last year to have this many hanging beans right now.
Absolutely. It blooms generally about the quilt show, and it's absolutely beautiful. We have quilters come and look at it and admire it along with our customers, and it's a real draw.
If you plant these seeds, they'll be 100% germination too. Did you know that?
They they germinate under here, believe it or not.
Yeah, Pam says they don't bloom though when you plant
it takes a long time for them to get to the bloom period.
Prune the heck out of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Get some maturity on them.
Is this your Hawaiian bar scene back here in the back?
That could be in the future a little wine and cheese serving area. Actually, we do have information there in the busy season and set up a counter to take the customers' money and give some service there. This time of year, we generally just leave it for a potting area.
Yeah. Let's go around the front. You've got something special you want to show me over there.
Right.
I think. What do you guys do in the wintertime?
Well, I get asked
10 degrees outside.
Right. Most people make fun and say, I bet you go to Florida, but actually we try to squeeze in a trip.
We didn't have much to give then. A thin crop left us with hardly enough apples to fill the stand. So when they showed up, firing them mean looks around the place and staring us down on prices, well, I was angry. Didn't seem to bother my father, though. He let them set a fair price, too low, I thought. Then he did more than I would have done. He had me load another bushel of apples in their trunk. I learned later on that this family was in need. We did the right thing that day.
The greatest gift we give, it's in our heart, what we believe, the way we live.
Caring for others. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Chuck, what in the heck's this you're building here?
This is the future site of a conservatory. It was actually my great-grandmother's home site at one time, and it was built up above the floodplain. It was an old Victorian home site, and so we're going to try to do honor to it. It was kind of an eyesore, and hopefully it'll be the prettiest thing in in the garden center here in the near future.
So this used to be all her farm
This
right
was
here.
the family farm, and they used to run cattle on it, and actually it was part of the Metzger Meat Packing Company.
Metzger's, oh. Yeah, I know Pete and Janet. How long do you think before you'll have something like this for the customers?
Well, we never know, but we're hoping to by next year have it leveled off, and then the following year probably start the conservatory.
Can you hear that traffic out there, Chuck?
Yeah, we're
here
right
on the road.
on the highway, and it is a little loud, but
Well,
I wanted to come show this and talk about my family history a little bit.
This is going to be
here.
nice, I think. Tammy wants us to go back up away from the traffic, so we better head back up the
All
other
right.
way. Hey Chuck, what? This is another pergola over here. You got lots of pergolas at your nursery.
Well, this one particular one's 50% shade, 50% sun, and it's our shrub and small tree area. And the pergola serves as a kind of a softener for that hot sun that we're dealing with today.
It is. It's better here in the part shade than it is out in the sun. You got your hydrangeas and your hollies and your burning bushes.
Right.
Burning bushes are supposed to be invasive, but I've never seen that. Have you?
Well, the dwarf is much less invasive than the normal size one. They do get quite large and can be invasive.
Huh. And the Japanese maples and those type things. Have you got a good deal on those today? I need a couple. 50% off.
Once the summer heat hits, we do really do some dealing on our plants.
Is that right?
So maybe we can talk later.
That's
We might
right.
be able to strike a deal.
You deliver? All right. Okay. Well, and again, we're going to ask. Yeah, those are beautiful right there, Dan. If you can get a shot of some of that right there, these pink hydrangeas. And what do you have to do to the soil to make them pink?
The pink will make them with the acidity. The low acidity will give them the pink, and then the high acidity will give them the blue. That's a new one there called Endless Summer, and it's a rebloomer and it's new on the market.
Okay. And acidity, that's a pH.
Absolutely.
What do you put on them if you want to make them more acid?
To make them more acid, usually like a azalea fertilizer, something like that will help them in the acidity. If you want to lower the pH, the lime.
Lime and sulfur.
Right.
Lime and sulfur. And hollies, what kind of hollies are these? Are really pretty.
Those
These
are
aren't
China girls.
China girls. I almost said that. I wish I had doggone it.
But
Okay.
those are really great and have the real beautiful red berries.
You see those everywhere. Yeah, and the China boys don't have any berries.
Right.
Yeah, so you always want to get China girls probably, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. And we're talking about these shrubs and bushes and landscaping and stuff. But that's usually things you do in the wintertime or spring or fall, but you can do them all year long when they're potted like this or balled or burlapped. What do you guys do in the wintertime?
Well, I get asked
10 degrees
often
outside.
That, right. Most people make fun
Snow.
and say, I bet you go to Florida, but actually we try to squeeze in a trip, but we do a lot of propagating, a lot of seeding in our greenhouses. So actually we stay quite busy doing that throughout the winter, and it's a short season, and our season's in the spring, so you try to get ready for the season, and you have to get all your ducks in a row, or at least as best as possible to take care of the customers in the spring. So we've passed our peak now, and the heat's on, and so we're just sweating it out once again.
If you're not ready in April and May, it's too late to get ready, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's going to hit the fan.
So there's a
and
lot of preparation during the winter months.
Okay,
you know.
and you can't go through Daytona Beach to do that, you say?
No, it doesn't work out too well.
Someday, though.
But we enjoy
Your assistant managers will take over, and you'll go off to
Absolutely.
California
Right.
and all those good places and things like that.
We
Let's
really-
go back on the other side again. Let's take a look what you got
Let's
on the
do
other
that.
side.
Let's look at some more gardens.
What's in the future for Wahl's Nursery, Chuck? You got any plans?
Well, you know, I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. This
I
garden.
knew that.
This garden we're in now is kind of a work in progress. But this is Japanese maples, one we saved
I
from
love those things.
the Western Baptist Hospital Construction. They're one of our largest clients, and we moved several large ones for them and ended up with this one in the deal. So we're real proud of this. I don't know how many years old this is, but probably 50 years old or more. And,
Oh my goodness! And you saved it from demolition.
So we moved some around for them, and in the process, we inherited one of
So
them.
if people want to do that, they could say call Wahl's
Absolutely.
Nursery.
We always like to recycle and keep what we can of the landscape. That's one of the things that I'm doing here on the property is kind of developing it as we go into some gardens, and we're real proud of it.
That's what I get out of master gardening. It's the propagating and the new plants, and we've seen
Right.
what that really makes you the satisfaction.
Absolutely.
And this has got to be really something. You guys got to look at this every time you see it and say, "Well, we've."
We're
saved that
real
baby.
proud of it, and in the future, this should be a real nice place for customers to come and sit and enjoy. That's one of the things that I'm trying to, as we get the nursery established, not just be a nursery, but a destination to come and spend the afternoon.
Yeah, where we were earlier in the in your father's bulldozer room there, that you have gardening. Anytime a garden club needs a fun place to meet, they can call you and come in
Absolutely,
there.
inside or out.
Yeah.
That gives you a venue in case of bad weather or that time of
Winter
year
time.
that we can do that. In the future, I'd love to be able to maybe have a little tea room on one of the houses on the property, and just be able to enjoy the landscape and enjoy the gardens, and of course, ideally buy something.
And they have to share the potluck with you and Pam, though, right? I remember that was one of the rules.
That's always a
The rule.
requirement, and we always enjoy, mingling with them, during and after the meeting. So,
What should a gardener be doing right now? It's 90 degrees outside. More, it's 95.
right.
What should he be doing right now?
Well, I hate to say water, that's a given, but that is one of the main things you're going to be doing right now is just watering, deadheading. We've got a Japanese beetle infestation that's pretty tough in the community right now. We're having to watch for some pests, but really this is the time of year to hopefully water, weed a little, and enjoy the landscape, And so that's what we're just trying to do our maintenance and just a general little bit of planning and make it through the hot summer.
Okay, real quickly, just for my wife, what's the proper technique to water? Just spray it all over like they see on TV where they're spraying the Miracle Grow and crap?
I heard Pam talking to a customer this morning about, water in the evening, water in the morning, don't spray the foliage, and
Whichever's easiest.
absolutely watering in the morning, watering the roots is the best, but just don't forget to water.
And water thoroughly, don't just sprinkle. That
Absolutely.
makes it worse. Then the roots come to the top and then
Right. You
yeah.
want to do it thoroughly.
I tried to get that in there for her because we have a big thing on that watering. Never mind. That's for another show. Well, Chuck, I appreciate you and Pam letting us
I
come
really
to
appreciate
your
it, Bill.
nursery
We
and
enjoyed
visiting with
having
you
you.
today. And we'll come back in the spring when everything's blooming better and maybe. And what was that? What you said a while ago?
Should have seen my garden last week.
That's right. Okay, thanks. It doesn't get any better than this. This is a paradise for gardeners. We had a great show today. It's hotter than crap, but I think we all learned a lot. Tune in next time. This is Bud Qualk. Good gardening. Welcome to Master Gardeners. This is the show where we learn from the masters. I'm your host, Bud Qualk. What'd I say, Master Gardeners?
Say the name of the show right.
Okay. Tammy's coming. Tammy's coming. That's what we said last time the fire engine came by.